Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Tuesday, everybody. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Fantastic weather once again today. That will continue to be the case over the next couple of days. But of course, our main focus, like we've been talking about over the past few days, is the system moving in over the weekend. Some of that could be in the form of some stronger storms. We'll have a look at that here very shortly. First off, let's take a live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network. We're going to check in at Florence on the campus of the University of North Alabama on this fantastic Tuesday. And it's fantastic outside as well weather-wise. 74 degrees right now. That dew point is at 51, so it feels very comfortable outside. But look at that wind, though, out of the north-northeast at 21 miles per hour. It is a breezy day outside today, so just keep that in mind. If you have any of those outdoor plans, you're going to have to deal with some of the wind today. But the temperatures are looking absolutely fantastic. Mostly in the 70s still across the area. 75 in Waynesboro, 74 in Hohenwald, 73 in Lawrenceburg, 75 in Athens, 77 in Huntsville, also 75 up there in Lewisburg. Everybody will be rising into the lower 80s for the most part today. Live Viper Radar Network showing absolutely nothing across the area, and that will continue to be the case over the next several days until we get into the weekend. Now, kind of backing things out, taking a look at the radar satellite composite, you can obviously see there's nothing going on across the southeastern United States right now. Just abundant sunshine for miles and miles and miles around for your Tuesday. This afternoon, that will continue to be the case with the sunshine. Like I mentioned, highs getting up into the lower 80s for the most part today. And we'll continue that warming trend over the next handful of days. High temperatures today, 80 in Fayetteville, 80 also in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 82 in Huntsville, also 82 in the Shoals, and 78 here in Lawrenceburg with that breezy northeasterly wind. This evening, you might need that light jacket on hand late in the evening. I don't think you need it during the early to mid-evening hours. By the time 10 o'clock rolls around, we're dropping down into the upper 50s and lower 60s. By the time we wake up on your Wednesday morning, should roughly be in the lower 50s across southern Tennessee, maybe some outlying rural areas getting back down into the upper 40s once again. Across northern Alabama, pretty much the same situation. Across northern Madison County, you might be dropping down into the upper 40s, but for the most part, just into the lower 50s. There could be some patchy fog as well going into the overnight hours. For your Wednesday, that warming trend does continue. We expect a lot more low 80s across the area as opposed to some of those upper 70s, maybe some mid 80s starting to creep in across northern Alabama for your Wednesday afternoon. All right, let's get into that system coming in this weekend. First off, taking a look at your rain chances over the next 7 days. For the most part, Saturday during the daytime should be mostly dry, but cannot completely rule out a stray shower. Our main focus is going to be the overnight hours going into your Sunday morning, and by the time Sunday afternoon rolls around, most of this should be out of here. The timing that I'm going to show you here, it can fluctuate a little bit, but I will say it looks like the model guidance is honing in on a overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning. So let's go ahead and break it down. High pressure off to our east during the day Friday will start to slide to the south. That allows the winds to come out of the south during the day on Friday. That's going to start increasing our moisture. We will have some cloud cover to work with on Friday, but we're absolutely dry. Let's go into Saturday. Area low pressure starts to get going here across parts of northern Missouri. That will start to track on off towards the east-northeast with a cold front behind it. During the day on Saturday, as you see here, there will be showers and storms ongoing off to our west across parts of Missouri into Arkansas. That eventually works its way towards the Mississippi River during the evening hours. These will likely end up becoming severe off to our west. That's where the best severe ingredients are to be for your Saturday. Once we get into your Saturday evening, all those showers and storms start to shift on off towards the east. And again, notice the timing. Some of this could fluctuate, but roughly during the late evening hours on Saturday, we could start to see some of those showers and storms knocking on our door. That continues to track on through during the overnight hours. By 5 a.m., we should start to see a lot of the shower and storm activity begin to move across our area and then start to exit potentially. And this is going to be when we'll have to watch for some stronger, maybe a low-end severe threat to materialize. There's still a lot of uncertainties involved, like how unstable we could be, just the amount of wind shear, all those kind of ingredients that we look for. They're kind of iffy right now, so we'll just have to keep a close eye on things. Once we get into the morning and afternoon hours on your Sunday, we should start to dry out. The cold front that eventually works its way on in here, and there could be some showers with it. I think the severe threat with the actual front is non-existent. Everything that could happen will be before the front, and then we're absolutely fantastic by the time Monday rolls around. So here's how it looks right now. Again, I emphasize the main area of concern looks to be off to our west right now, but once those storms move east, we could be dealing with some stronger, maybe some severe storms as well. And with the overall setup, we'll have to watch for a low-end tornado threat to materialize. But for the most part, I'm thinking we're just dealing with some strong gusty winds right now. But of course, with this being over the weekend, we got several days to look at it, so things could change between now and then. So keep checking back for the latest. I will say, I'm going to step off the screen real quick. Obviously, we haven't dealt with severe weather in a while, and we are getting into our fall severe weather and tornado season. So if you hadn't already, go ahead and download the Tennessee Valley Weather app. That will alert you based on your location when a severe thunderstorm, flash flood, or tornado warning is issued. So go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen there if you'd like to download that, or just head over to the App Store and look up Tennessee Valley Weather. And also have your NOAA weather radio handy because, like I mentioned, we hadn't dealt with severe weather in a while, so you might not have your weather radio handy. Go ahead and get that out. Make sure it's all powered up, battery power, just in case your actual power goes out, and make sure it's programmed correctly. All right, let's talk about the tropics real quick. We still have Tropical Storm Lorenzo out here in the Atlantic. It's dealing with a lot of dry air and wind shear. It just does not look overall impressive right now and has continued to weaken. It was a 60-mile-per-hour tropical system during the early morning hours, I do believe. It is now down to a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Pressure is at 1,003 millibars, and it's moving off to the northwest at a quick pace of 15 miles per hour. It will continue to round this ridge of high pressure out in the eastern Atlantic, and with it, it's still going to kind of be in a hostile environment, so the National Hurricane Center just does not change its intensity over the next couple days, and then eventually starts to weaken it, and then by the time Friday or Saturday rolls around, the Hurricane Center says that this could just end up becoming just an open wave, basically not a tropical system anymore. So we'll have to just keep a close eye on this because it could be interesting to watch. Not a close eye on if it's going to make landfall here across the U.S., but there's still some model guidance that says it kind of rounds the high pressure and eventually moves on off towards the west and just kind of meanders out there in the Atlantic. So it's going to be an interesting system to watch. It's not going to be impacting any land or us here in the United States for sure, though. Here's your 7-day forecast. Fantastic weather continues over the next several days. Of course, like I mentioned, watching that severe risk potentially overnight, Saturday night to Sunday morning. But look at the forecast behind that cold front. So during the day on Sunday, highs should roughly be in the mid-70s, 47 degrees Monday morning. There's a good chance that a good portion of southern Tennessee are going to drop down into the middle 40s, talking about maybe 43 to 45 degrees potentially across parts of southern Tennessee, and fantastic day during Monday, abundant sunshine and highs in the middle 70s. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another breakdown on your forecast and another update on that storm risk over the weekend. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.